to play some bully ball inside, and he's kind of due for a big one again.
Yeah, I agree with that. When you put it down into Foster Brands, this looks like a type of game where he could absolutely dominate the interior. Looks like we're going to flip it over and get those starting lineups right here. A 6'2 senior, number 10, Joshua Towner for the Tipton Blujays. Northern Valley will counter with a 6-foot freshman, number 5, Gavin Tallheim. A 5'10" junior, number 12, Coben Schroeder. Northern Valley will go with 6'1" junior, Kenton Tallheim, coming off a 28-point night last night. A 6'1" senior, number 13, Luke Bates for the Blue Jays. A 6-foot junior, number 24, Jeremiah Hansen for Northern Valley. A 5'11" senior, number 23, Nicholas Greenwood for the Blue Jays. And the man we just talked about, the 6'3" senior in the middle, number 32, Foster Brands for Northern Valley. And the last starter for the Blue Jays is their leading scorer, a 6'2" junior, number 24, Daniel Eilert. And Northern Valley counters with the 6'3" junior, number 33, Drew
You hear the Drew chant.
Skimper.
Should be a great game here tonight. Like I said, last time these two teams met was a year ago, about to the date. We had a wire-to-wire game where the Huskies just came out with the victory in that one. So it's going to be a good one. It's always fun when these two teams get together. There's a lot of athletes out here on the floor. We could see some fireworks tonight.
That's right. Tipton, St. John's Tipton Beloit comes in with 5 losses on the season. Northern Valley just 3. They will tee it up here in the middle.
Top 10 matchup.
Eilert and Skimper to jump it high. And Skimper's got those lavender socks on again. It worked well for him last night.
So I heard a little bit more about that. They're lavender and blue, and they actually have Drew Skimper's face on them.
Oh, you wear your own? Is that like a...
You got to put some points up if you're going to do that, and he did last night, so we'll see if he can back it up again here tonight.
So they'll start in a man-to-man defense here, the Blue Jays, but it's a very sagging man-to-man, trying to leave some openings. Hansen with it in the corner, now up high. Drew for 3 is no good. It's going to be tracked down and going to be off of Skimper, and it'll go over to the Blue Jays.
Yeah, and I kind of wish they would have been a little bit more patient and probably would have found a shot inside on that one, but Drew does shoot a pretty good clip from outside. The Huskies do a really nice job. We say they wanted to play fast-paced, but with that, they need to be patient with their looks.
Schroeder
want to take a lot off.
Schroeder to set it here for the Blue Jays. Northern Valley's going to start in a man-to-man. Back to Schroeder on the wing. They're going to try and find a streaking flex cutting Bates, but the pass was awry. Northern Valley will get it back. And looks like the Blue Jays are going to come out in a full-court pressure.
A 1-2-2 press here.
Going to try and speed up Northern Valley. Not very many teams have been successful. And this year, Gavin with 3-on-2. He's going to push it. Outside, Brands thought about a 3. Will go inside. Has the ball knocked away. Now goes through contact and scores. We talked about it in the pregame. And that is exactly what I anticipated seeing. Northern Valley's going to go with their 34 defense here. They're going to pressure the ball all the way up court. Numbers for the Blue Jays is across. Bates inside and has that ball blocked out of there, and a foul will go against Skimper or Tallheim. Tallheim or Skimper. Skimper picks it up. 2 shots coming for Eilert. He averages 13 a game. Calmly steps to the line and hits nothing but nylon in his first attempt.
Good free throw shooter. You're going to see him. If any player gets there a lot tonight, I see Eilert going to be the one doing so.
Going to try and suck that in there. Yeah, go for it. 2. Got them both, and they'll come back into that full court pressure. Tallheim with it. Goes into the middle for Gavin. He's going to put his head down. Now into the corner for Brands. Inside, outside. They'll reset with Hansen. Couple dribbles now will go to Drew, and they've got isolation. So Brands had him pinned at the corner. All the way to the rim goes Hansen. No whistle, no foul. And here we come the other way. Nice drop pass, but just a little out of hands.
Yeah, Bates had his eyes up right there and found Towner. Beat his man on defense there. Looked like he was going to have an easy one in transition, but couldn't connect on the pass over the top.
the first quarter jiggers, as I'll repeat it so now I make it popular, are just about out. Drew inside, and he was fouled on the floor. Northern Valley will play it in from underneath. This foul will go against Eilert. You got to play it in on the right side, boys. Northern Valley will go against a man-to-man out of the break. Tallheim was hot last night. Finds Hansen in the corner. Kind of goes through his hands, but he runs it down. Clipped from behind, but no call. Brands inside. Skimper outside. 3 on the way. Just long, no good. Big man Brands with an offensive rebound. Puts his head down. Gains 3 yards and a first down.
Yeah, call here is going to go against, I'm trying to find the number. It's going to go against Greenwood, it looks like. That's going to be his second in a row as he picks up 2 quick ones.
Well, I had the first one on Eilert. That's a mistake on my part. They both went against Greenwood. This one too lazy of a pass and it's picked up by Horenik, the second leading scorer. Coming into the game! Get it out of here, says Kitten Tallheim.
Kitten Tallheim has been playing an excellent type of basketball here late in the season. He hasn't even put a shot up here in this game, but he's making his presence known on the opposite end of the court in this one.
2-2, just under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Horenik catch, fired, bang! That's what he's in the ball game for, and he made that happen. Tough pass, Tallheim saves it. Numbers against it. Goes to the rim and scores it.
Horenik with 5 quick points.
5 to put St. John's up 7-2. And another turnover.
Huskies not handling the pressure very well here in the last 2 minutes of this ball game.
As Horenik comes across, you do not want to get him any more confidence if that's possible.
Man, it's just crazy how he could step on the floor off the bench and just be ready to roll like that, huh?
Back door to the rim, had it blocked by Hansen, and a whistle. Ooh. Horenik went back door. Hansen got beat originally, got his hand up on it. Tough call.
Horenik last night in that comeback victory over the Longhorns played a pivotal part in that game. A lot of it was right here at the charity stripe, where he did a lot of that damage to get his team to this point where they could play the Huskies.
The score clock does not show a 2 very well. It's 2-9. 9 points for the Blue Jays, just 2 for the Huskies in this one. Hansen catches the cross-court pass, and now he tries to go to Brands, but Horenik's got his hand on it. Northern Valley will play it in underneath. Coach Sides just standing there with his hands crossed going, boys, we're fine.
Yeah, a lot of basketball left in this one. Kind of lost their composure there a little bit, and the Blue Jays made them pay, but a lot of time left to get back into the game. Just gotta stay calm and confident in this one.
Hansen had it knocked away by Horenik. Now they'll go to the high post, and Brands is on the floor. Bates comes away with it. Here comes Horenik across the court. Towner to nothing. Trailer, Eilert, 3, no good. Nobody's got Skimper deep, and a blocking foul will go against the Blue Jays. Luke Bates. And it's a good thing because Skimper was all alone at the other end. It would have been an easy 2 points coming into the game.
You've been asking for Drew Skimper to get a dunk in transition all year this year, and that might have been the best bet for it if they could have got him the ball.
Tyson Gates coming in. And I had my head down.
They're going to call an offensive foul against Gavin Tallheim here, just trying to clear out that defender.
What?
Yeah, really kind of uncharacteristic for the way these games have been called.
Horenik up high. Hansen's all over it. Double crossover, pull up, jump shot is just long. How did Eilert come up with that one? But it goes off his foot and out of bounds. Eilert looked up and says, how was that not a foul?
Yeah, but what we need to talk about, even though that ball didn't go in, did you see that hesitation move from Horenik right there? That was saucy.
Certainly. Back to Hansen. Now they'll get it to their floor general, Kenton Tallheim. Over to Skimper. Now it's picked off and saved by Horenik.
A foul, huh? Foul called underneath. We'll see who they give it to. They give it to Kenton Tallheim as he wrapped that ball up.
9-2, the Blue Jays lead over Northern Valley. Quickly they'll go. Bates 3-on-1. Euro got away with it a little bit. Here comes Gavin with no numbers. He'll settle down and get it back to Kenton. Three-pointer on the way. Laser was short, no good. Ball on the floor. Hansen's got it. Now comes away with it with Eilert. How was it a jump ball over there and nothing there?
Well, the Huskies are the crowd anyway, is a little miffed as when Kenton went up for that shot, it looked like Gates kind of went into his legs there trying to close out on the shooter.
Skimper up high, Hansen on the wing. Hesitates, now back to Skimper. Wide open for Drew. It's no good. Kenton's got an offensive board.
Timeout rewarded from the floor general, Kenton Tallheim.
Timeout, Northern Valley. Kansas. Substitution in here is Jacob Winkler, a 6'2" junior now into the game. Gates is up. Tallheim missed the three, and here comes Horenik.
Just been short early in this one.
Big block there. Come on, buddy! That was horrible.
And that's Drew's second foul of the game in this one early on. That was all ball.
Golly!
We don't have our score on one of those. Bates' first attempt from the line is good. We'll fix that camera angle here a little bit. Not much to show for it as the Huskies are still sitting at 2. 2-10 is now the score. The Blue Jays have been good from the line early on in this one.
Hansen doubled in the backcourt. Now they'll go to Gavin up high. Into the corner for Brands. His three on the way is long, no good. Skimper fights for it. Comes away with Bates. Tallheim had it for a second. It'll go off of him and back over to the Blue Jays.
Kai Cox checks into the game for the Huskies for the first time this evening. Foster Brands will take a seat on the bench.
Still going to stay in that 3 pressure zone. Half court trapping deep, and that's why you want to do it, because it forces
Drew,
people. And Hansen's going to come away with it. Kind of had a hand in his back, but he got away with it. Nobody's got it. Match here. Drew's got to go play ball right here.
The Huskies need a good offensive set. Just sitting at 2 points, it's uncharacteristic for them at this point in the game.
Tallheim will go baseline, cut off from everywhere.
Foul will be on the floor. It's going to go against Bates.
Bates is second, maybe? Yes, it is. Bates will have to go to the bench. Eilert to check back in for him. 11-2, Blue Jays lead in this one. Number 2 over number 1. Gavin open for 3. He'll let it go, and he will finally connect. And the Northern Valley faithful say, about time.
Yeah, you could kind of feel the pressure welling up with that one, waiting for the ball to finally go in, and it does.
Winkler, baseline jump shot from him, rattles around and good. The junior playing with some confidence. Hansen to crossover. Back to Tallheim it goes. He picks up his dribble, now back to Hansen. Horenik all over him. He's going to go through him, put it up. No good. Tallheim cleans it up and scores it.
And that's why it's so huge, especially in a game this physical. You've got to go and crash the glass because they're going to go through a lot of contact on those shots. Shots are going to be getting left short. You've got to have multiple people.
Winkler with his second bucket and 2 trips. Blocking foul will go against Gates. And Northern Valley will play it in on the far side.
Tried to beat Tallheim over to that sideline, but couldn't get his feet set in time before the collision.
I don't know if you can tell it on the video, but it feels like they're handing the ball to Jeremiah Hansen, and he's putting his head down and running through people. Almost feels like a football game, taking the ball wherever you want to go at the moment.
Does have the early feel of a football game, that is for sure.
High ball screen, Tallheim, 3 on the way, is no good, and he was on the line, and it'll be out of bounds. Blue Jays get it back.
Kenton coming off of that career high night in points, maybe just pressing a little bit too much from outside in this one. But even when the shots aren't falling, Kenton plays such a huge part in the way that the Huskies team rolls and how it operates, and so they need him to stay close in this one. He doesn't reestablish before he gets back in, so it will go back to the Huskies.
So Northern Valley will get it back. 1:32 to go. 15-7. Blue Jay lead. This is an interesting press setup here. Can't tell if it's man or zone or they're going to jump trap. And it's just a little shadow game. Kai in the corner. Tries to squeeze it through, and that pass is ripped by Horenik. Horenik will take it over and now hesitates, going to put it in. Beautiful pass. Scored Eilert. I wish I had time to hit the replay button because that was pretty.
You wouldn't have seen it anyway. People were in the way.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we might need to do a little more clearing out.
I don't know if we're going to have it or not. Hansen with it. 17-7. Inside, they'll go to Skimper. He'll elevate, and no score on that one. Ball is picked up here by Towner. Deep three by Horenik, no good. Hansen with a rebound and a reset for Northern Valley. Sides wants a timeout, and he'll talk about it with 32.9 to go here in the first quarter. 17-7 Blue Jays.
Yeah, they need it.
Hansen to play it in for Northern Valley. Straight man-to-man all day long for the Blue Jays. Into Tolheim it goes.
Huskies have shot a pretty dismal percentage here in this first quarter, so they need a good look here going into the quarter break, and they're not going to find it there as they leave the pass short once again. Tipped away by the Blue Jays, going the other way.
15 seconds to go. Horenik wants it. Whether he's going to create it or shoot it, he wants it. Tolheim trying to mark him. The ball's loose on the floor. Spin around. The ball's still loose on the floor. Put it up by Eilert. No good. And we'll carry it to the end of the first quarter horn. 17-7. Bates, Towner, Eilert, Winkler, and one other one there. And Northern Valley's got a steal in the first possession. One-on-one. Tolheim will go right at the defense. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Foul goes
he
against
ran
Gates.
over Gates.
That's your lone man you were missing.
Gates took a punishment there. As
Definitely got the worst end of it.
Tolheim definitely went into the contact. Tolheim still over.
Didn't take the lid off the basket before they started this game.
Brian Bencomo going to come in for the first time here for Northern Valley. He's a senior. Hansen to sit. Gates will have to sit. And back in is Horenik. Tolheim, finally. He puts one in.
Hopefully he can get him going.
Schroeder with it. Now back to Horenik. Nobody's got him marked. Now they'll give it to Brian Bencomo coming off the bench. Deep three, no good. Gavin's got a rebound. He'll push with the right hand. He's got Brands on the cross court if he can find him. Inside, back outside to Gavin. His three on the way. He was fouled, no call. He made it anyway.
Should have been a 4-point play. Tolheim now with 6 points in this one.
And the crowd gets into it. Horenik into the middle. Quickly they go up. Kenton Tolheim's got the rebound, and Northern Valley's going to push again. We talked about how fast they wanted to play, and he's going to continue to do it. Another foul here will go against Bates.
Logan Schroeder is who's going to get
Schroeder.
this one.
And Kenton is trying to push, make this happen. And a 30-second timeout.
Around your family, at your job, and you deserve some perks. Benefits like shopping and travel discounts, protection on your cell phone, roadside assistance.
Tolheim in a 1-on-1 goes begging on the first. Schroeder to Horenik, and they'll reset. Northern Valley's gone zone. They've gone to a 3-2 zone. Point there by Tolheim. Skip pass goes right to Bencomo. They'll go to Kenton. He'll push it, go all the way to the rim, put it up, and he'll be fouled. You got to call your whistle, boys. Man. Two of them were going to let it go, and those were the two in possession.
No, and there has to be a call either one way or the other when there's that much contact there at the end by the basket.
Finally, Kenton puts it in. Nicholas Newald, a 5'5 sophomore, number 3, probably wasn't anticipating minutes here, but he's got to because that's 8th team foul here against the Blue Jays. Tallheim, no. Kenton shooting an excellent percentage from the line here this year. Not so much tonight. Kenton mugging out top on Horanek. Into the corner, no hesitation, and a rebound by Gavin.
You love that confidence, though, coming in off the bench. You said not expecting that many minutes and able to pull the trigger like that.
Drew Skimper, no, inside, calmly, and a foul will go against
Eilert.
As Eilert on the ground trying to draw a charge.
There, and that's all he could do is grab at the ball and got a little more arm than he would have liked in that situation.
He's trying to draw it. He knows that Foster's going to create contact each and every time. 9th team foul here. Brands to the line. Finally, some confidence from the free throw line.
Huskies have been on a 6-0 run since the start of this quarter.
That's 13-17 on your score clock. And make it 14-17, just a 3-point game as Northern Valley's going to stay in their pressure. This one is going to be pointed by Gavin.
Over to Horanek.
Yeah, and here it is. They're going to double skip pass, and Tallheim's got that steal.
That's such a long, tough pass against this fast team of the Huskies, but they do get it back.
And now Horanek, you can't leave the shooter. They're going to stay in the zone, and a steal by Skimper. Can he control it? He does. Gets it to Bencomo. Bencomo turns it over, though, and now Leewald will make it. Newald scores the bucket for the Blue Jays. Everybody contributing today on the Blue Jay sideline. Nice bounce pass there. Inside to Skimper. Good catch. He'll lay it in for the easy one.
And that is something that the Huskies have not done a whole lot of early in this game. It's like very few baskets inside. Most of their looks have been coming in transition or outside. That's what they need more of, though, is points in the paint.
Newald up high. Crossed over now, picked it up. Horanek, you got to step out. He's willing to shoot it from deep. And they'll get it back to him. Into the corner for Eilert. Been pretty quiet since the first minute of the game. Skip pass stolen by Skimper. He'll lead the break. The big man going to go coast to coast for the bucket. We're in a one-pointer.
Such soft touch at the end of that one. Horanek was there thinking that he was going to get hammered, but Drew with the soft finish. It's that varsity side of things. It's become a lot better ball handler, grown physically a little bit more. It's nice to see that Coach Kevin Sides has yet another person that he can add and trust in these situations.
Winkler inside to Eilert. Should have got a whistle. Got a whistle on the second one, and he'll score the bucket.
Good physical move there from Eilert as he goes up into contact, not once but twice. It's going to go against Foster Brands.
Brands picks up his first of the evening. Eilert, perfect from the line here tonight. 3 for 3.
They do go in to a press.
Jason to bring it across.
It's a man-to-man is what it is.
Well, if they're going to mark him with Winkler, watch out. Jason might be ready to shoot it in the corner. And that's exactly what I want to see right here. Get ready to shoot it, boy. Inside, out, Hansen to reset. The whole offense to Brands. Through Skimper it goes. Isolation for Hansen up high against Eilert. And they're rotating the 3 bigs around. Jason open. Pump fake. He'll go to the rim. Got away with a walk.
No, he did not. They call it from out top, but I would like to see him shoot that ball as when he sets his feet. He's a pretty good three-point shooter from outside.
Just let it rip. Horanek with his team up 4. High post Eilert. 3-pointer on the way is good. Towner knocked it in just when Northern Valley was on an 11-2 run. A quick 6-point run for the Blue Jays. Puts him back up 7.
This has been a game of momentum swing so far in this one. Started all Blue Jays, then it was nothing but the Huskies, and it seems like right now the Blue Jays have found their stride again. Jason Cox comes up with the board.
Back out to Brands. He'll go inside, bully his way through. No whistle, but it don't matter. He's going to score it anyway.
We talked about it early. Foster Brands has he has the stage to have one of his biggest games. This plays right into his hands, being a physical matchup.
Horanek, deep three, Sopalish. The young man can shoot that basketball. 28-20, 3 minutes to go in this first half. Drive in, Drew. Can't hesitate, boy. Shoot the ball. Try to get it back, and Northern Valley will keep possession, playing it in the corner. Kenton Tallheim to check back in for Northern Valley, along with Cale Lenners, a 5'10 freshman on the floor. The benches are running deep here tonight.
Yeah, it's a physical game. It's become a track meet at times and a lot of contact at the rim. It has a wear and tear effect on everybody, and they're going to need all the bodies they can to get to the next level at state. Drew Skimper crashes the boards there, something he does so well, getting that offensive rebound and putback.
2:30 to go in this first half. Inside out, the freshman's got it now. He'll let it fly. Long, no good. Rebounded by Eilert. Inside out,
That's
and
Bates.
On the floor. Oh, it is Bates. And a foul will go against Brands on the floor. Doesn't matter. 7th foul against him. We'll shoot a 1-and-1. So Luke Bates, the senior, stands 6'1", is going to go to the line. 1-on-1 situation. The Blue Jays have been excellent from the line so far here tonight. And good again. I don't remember a miss. Do you?
They haven't missed from the line tonight. And that's what you need if you want to punch your ticket to state and go get that victory over the 1 seed. You got to be really, really good, if not perfect, from the line.
It is an 8-point contest. Here we go. Northern Valley to play it in. Back to Hanson, they'll go. Calling for a high ball screen. We'll flip it over. Now they'll go inside to Hanson. Catch, churn, score, bucket, and one.
Really
Jeremiah.
Nice job by Jeremiah Hanson creating that space, and all Eilert could do was try to block it from behind, which led to that foul. Strong move, though, by Hanson, getting the bucket nonetheless.
So what they're doing there, they're
marking Kenton Tallheim.
They're marking Kenton Tallheim very hard, and so what they're doing, they are rotating players, and when you have to guard somebody, and that time it was a freshman who had just getting his first minutes against Jeremiah Hanson, good luck.
It's very similar to what the Huskies did against Logan Palco last night with Rhett Katz, and were successful in doing so.
Rattles no good on the three-point play for Hanson. Up in front of everybody, and Hanson's so quick he beat him to the court. Jeremiah is just lightning fast and got to it after he was beat by about 3 or 4 yards.
Crazy, crazy speed. This kid is such an athlete out there and uses his athleticism in so many different ways on the court.
Horanek got free for a 3-ball. This one's going to be no good. Brands has got it.
The Huskies catch a break. They're leaving a shooter like that far open. They're lucky that one didn't fall.
Tallheim barks out his signal. Inside, they'll go to Brands for an easy one, but he missed it. He left it long. Horanek will settle. And that in the corner is number 23 into the game. That's Greenwood back. Bates will fire a 3, no good. Hanson's got a rebound. He's trapped in the backcourt. Now he'll hesitate. Now he'll take off. Skimper asking for the basketball on the interior. Hanson with it. Take him to the rim.
Ball sticking in the hands of the Huskies a little bit more right here. Can't get anything inside.
Great
They finally
catch.
do get it inside to
And
Skimper.
score for Drew.
The
It's tough.
soft touch of Drew Skimper. When he's playing at his best level, he is hard for anybody to stop.
Switch over, Northern Valley back in the full man-to-man. Greenwood's going to fire a three. This one's going to be short. Brands tracked it down.
About threw it right back to the Blue Jays.
Northern Valley's got numbers. Corner for Tallheim. Hesitates, has his legs cut out from underneath him. He's going to the line to shoot two. Hrenek will be whistled for this one.
Something Tallheim does really well is when his shots are not falling from outside, he really switches his game up, and he's got the speed that he can slash to the basket as well.
Tallheim short.
Cold from the line tonight. He needs to turn that around. He's going to get a lot more opportunities from the charity stripe.
Kai Cox in and Gavin Tallheim in. Take the bigs out.
36 seconds left in the half. Both the bigs playing with 2 fouls apiece, trying to just save a little bit of those, not trying to pick up a cheap one before halftime.
Kenton does connect on the second one, and he's going to go pressure here. As
Gates is going to check into the game here for Greenwood.
Northern Valley going to go a full court man-to-man. They've already got 7 fouls. Kenton Tallheim knocks that one out. A lot of players have played for both sides here tonight. Hrenek, I thought it was going to be released to get it in. Now he's got the ball. He'll push. Bencomo's coming up on him.
It does touch Bencomo last. It's another quick player for the Huskies there. Hrenek didn't realize he had 2 Wolves on him there.
A pack of Huskies.
A pack of Huskies, that's right.
They get the ball into Hrenek in a 3-point game, just under 30 seconds to go. Hrenek now caught up, now get it to Gates. Finds an opening, and it's a shot here. Off glass and in! Joshua Towner connects from deep to put this to a 6-point game.
Bank is open in Tesket, Kansas.
Gavin inside, now back out with 7 seconds to go. They'll get it to Bencomo. Kai with it, open shot here. Hansen hesitates, will let it go for 3, no good, and that will be halftime. A bank 3 extends that lead to 6. On the last possession for the Blue Jays, they lead by 6. At the half, we'll be back with your hands. Starters in the second half for the Blue Jays: Eilert, Greenwald, Bates, Schroeder, Towner.
I got a good feeling that we're going to be in for quite the half of basketball. Both these teams are going to come out amped in this one. This is it, man. There's 2 more quarters to punch your ticket to state.
And a turnover on the first possession by Northern Valley is a held ball. Six-point lead for the Blue Jays, looking to extend it here. Schroeder with it. Back to Eilert it goes. This is Schroeder. Baseline jumper is no good. Tallheim with a rebound. He's smothered in the corner. He'll dribble through it and hand off to Gavin. As Gavin comes across, they're going to run their little high post weave here, trying to get a mismatch on the inside. Brands lobs up for Skemper. Tough action, but a tougher shot, but a soft touch.
That hook shot.
Impossible to stop by anybody here in this building.
When he pulls that trick out of the bag, like I said, there's hardly anyone in 1A basketball that can stop that shot when it's falling.
Northern Valley comes out in a zone, and it's going to work here as a one-and-done trip as the shot was missed.
Yeah, we talked about them potentially going into that zone, trying to keep their bigs a little bit cleaner here, but Coach Bregman saw that, and Hrenek is already checking back into the game.
Brand steps back for a 3 of his own, is no good. Schroeder behind the back, and we'll reset it. Into the corner it goes. Now they'll go inside to Eilert where he's quickly doubled. Now triple team. Kick back out. 3-pointer on the way is money for Towner. His 3rd 3 of the night. Gavin will dribble through. Now kick to Kenton. Hesitate. Now back to Gavin. Open 3-pointer coming for Hansen. It is on the way, and it hits nothing but nylon.
And the Huskies would love to get Hansen a little bit more fired up and going on the offensive end. He's a great contributor on defense, but last couple of games hasn't been putting up as many points. That could be what gets him going.
Eilert will step back for a baseline jumper, no good, and a foul will go against Kenton Tallheim. He lost himself in position as Luke Bates had slid in underneath him. Tallheim had to go up and try and slap that ball away. Horenick to check in. Checking out is Nicholas Greenwood. Bencomo to check in. And Tallheim, with those 2 fouls, will go to the bench here and talk to Coach Sides real quick.
Yeah, that's tough, but I imagine that Tallheim's going to be back into this game pretty quick, playing with those 2 fouls. They need the floor general out here in a tight one.
Catch, shoot, Horenick, no. Hansen with numbers. He'll push, nobody's stopping him. Pull up, three-pointer, bang! The 5th option! It's like the 5th element. It's deadly.
It's deadly. Snuck it over the rim.
He elevated on that three-pointer. He gets going, look out. And a foul on Bencomo as they lop that ball inside to Eilert. Second foul of the half goes against the Huskies. Foul against Bencomo. He will come and sit down. Kenton will come back onto the floor. They do not want to leave Horenick here on these inbounds plays.
No.
He's gotten 2 fantastic looks off of him.
He passes it in and then he sneaks
lob
back
into
that
Eilert,
corner.
and
No travel called there. Ball is on the floor. They're going to say the Huskies touched it last. That's letting them play for sure on that one. Didn't know if that guy had a beat in his whistle or not.
three-pointer on the way is good! Free possession, and Towner capitalized on it.
Towner's been huge from outside early in this second half. Hitting 2 big buckets from outside the arc already. Ticky-tack foul here as Tallheim splits the 2 defenders. Don't know which one they're going to give it to.
It's a tough call, and it goes against Schroeder, and that's his 3rd.
Well, I thought it might have gone against Eilert, so I guess all things considered, if you're going to get that foul,
That's a
probably
tough
good.
whistle.
It's not. It was Eilert.
Hansen feeling it a little bit here. Gates is trying to keep a hold of him. Inside, Tallheim is absolutely mugged. How can you travel when the ball's on the ground?
Crowd is not a fan of that call, and rightfully so. Pass was a little too low for Kenton to handle, though, on the cut to the basket. Skip pass over to Horenick.
Inside and no whistle
Lot of
there.
contact.
Inside they find Brands. Outside, Gavin Tallheim's 3 on the way. Boom!
The 3 ball is playing a big, big part in the start of this
1-point game. 38-39, and a shot up here is no good for Towner.
Both teams letting it fly from outside.
Hansen has it knocked away by Gates, tracked down by Tallheim. Skip pass, Skimper could take the lead with this bomb and does not. Tracked down by Tallheim. He'll go inside, flip over to Gavin, has it blocked at the rim and a foul. Horenick will pick up his 2nd.
Love the aggressive take from the freshman. Gavin looks so much more comfortable in this game than he did in the last, even though the guard play for the Blue Jays has been phenomenal so far in this one.
They gave it to Eilert. Eilert was nowhere close.
Yeah, I don't know how you give it to Eilert in that situation.
That foul's on Horenick all day long.
And they are going to make the correction here. If they're going to do it wrong, at least I appreciate them cleaning that up, because
That'd have been the 3rd
Eilert
on
being
Eilert.
his 3rd would be a big problem. It's the 2nd against Horenick.
Gavin to the line. Up and good for Gavin. Got them both.
We're all knotted up at 39. Hasn't been a tie ball game for quite some time.
It was 0-0 the last time we saw it. Northern Valley has not led.
Gates with it up high.
They're going corners. They're going to go stall game? I don't know.
No stall game, not when you're tied.
Into the corner, Hrenik's going to fire a 3-ball. Bunny! They exploited the zone for a 3-ball.
Yeah, the best zone breaker is getting your sharpshooter open right there.
Hansen wants some high ball screens and gets it to Drew. Back to Brands. Hansen thought about it. Will let it. Oh, I thought he was going to pull it there.
Yeah, they gave him a lot of room.
With Gates on him. He'll go around a high ball screen. Lasers on the way. Short, no good. Winkler's got it. Here comes Hrenik. He's going to hesitate. And Kenton stayed with him. Stay in the corner.
Yeah, don't leave the most dangerous guy from outside.
High post to Eilert. Open shot for him. First one in a long time. He couldn't make it happen. Eilert hadn't had that good a look all night long.
I think he was a little bit surprised by it even. Didn't expect to be that wide open. No call here as Gates reaches across. They do get him on his second attempt.
Gates is quickly running back over to the bench, as that is his third personal foul on the evening.
Coven Schroeder is the one that checks back in, also playing with 3 fouls.
He's marking Hansen at the moment. Lob inside to Skimper. Down low to Brands. Pump fake goes through contact, no good. And coming away with is Hrenik. Take your time, Foster. You can score that bucket easy.
Absolutely.
3-point lead here for the Blue Jays.
Schroeder with it now. Finds Bates at the top. The most dangerous shooter left open once again. Huskies lucky that one didn't fall. You've got to know where Hrenik is at all times.
I'm glad you shoot that, Jeremiah Hansen. We got ourselves. Oh, short. Brands hesitates. Fouled. No whistle. Wow. And Northern Valley crowd going crazy.
And a scrum, an absolute scrum for the ball there. Looked like a fumble.
Winkler's going to come out. Coming back in is Towner.
Switch sports a little bit on us.
Well, we had some football in the first half as well.
Yeah.
3-point lead here for the Blue Jays. Back out to Hansen it goes. Pull-up jump shot, floaters. He doesn't miss like that, man. It's an arm foul.
Not like that. Towner left all alone.
And he didn't get the whistle either. At least they're not blowing it on either side.
Oh.
High post to Brands. Skip past to Hansen. Goes around Hrenik, up and through. No whistle again.
Crazy.
And now finally a whistle and score the bucket.
It does count. So apparently you have to call it on their legs. They're going to say it's on the floor?
He's saying it's on the floor.
That ball was in his hand for like 1 second. Crazy.
Crazy things have happened here tonight.
But that is the third foul on Eilert.
So 3 on Eilert, 3 on Schroeder, 3 on Towns. Skimper open for a 3 of his own. Short, no good. Gavin rebounds and puts it back. 1-point game. 42-41. The Blue Jays still lead in this contest. 1:06 to go in the third quarter. Shooter is all the way over there as Hrenik, calling for the basketball.
Trying to give him some space.
Inside, short jump shot is going to be no good. And Winkler, his third bucket, and they could all 3 be the biggest buckets of the night.
That was just all effort right there, getting that board away from 2 Huskies, putting it back for a big bucket.
Lead back out to 3.
30 seconds left in this third quarter of action.
Drew over to Kenton. Drew finds inside area, and it was taken out by Winkler. 18 seconds to go. You got to not give up a bucket here.
Yeah, you got to know where the shooters are. As Towner has been hot in this quarter is in the corner.
Deep, deep, deep three from Moranek, and he got it.
Huge shot.
You got to play man.
You got to play man. You got to up that pressure and try to get some points in transition here.
Moranek will be marked by Jeremiah Hansen. They're going to try and get a shot for him. Inside, Eilert. Now back outside. Inside. Tough shot. He rattled that one in for Towner. He's having himself a night, too.
He's having himself a great second half.
I don't know what he averages, but it feels like he's got more of them. Drew with it high. Brands with it. Now back to Hansen. Hansen had it poked away once, but now he's still got it, and a fourth foul will go against Schroeder. And I got a text just now. Dighton is down 14 to Greeley County at the start of the fourth quarter. We've got fourth quarter action right here. Northern Valley down 8. Lob it high for Brands. Inside out. Brands wants it back. How is that not a foul?
So much contact. They're going to call the block. That's crazy. Come on, buddy. Foul is going to go against number 24, Jeremiah Hansen. That's Hansen's second foul of the night. Team third of the half. Towner leaves the first one long. Second shot up and away for Towner, and he does cash in on the second. Huskies need to get something going offensively here.
It's a 9-point game.
They had it tied up going in towards the end of that third quarter, but the Blue Jays have done a really nice job creating separation once again on the scoreboard.
Gavin with it here. Around the back dribble he goes. Now back to Hansen. His three-pointer on the way is no good. Offensive rebound by Drew Skipper. He scores it. 7-point game. Drew, the leading scorer here tonight for Northern Valley. Gates has it out high, and he's willing to chop away at that time clock. Northern Valley back into that man-to-man. Up high with it is Bates now. Gates with it. Back to Bates it comes. Three-pointer. It could be a huge one. Oh, my. He rocked that one, and the confidence is through the roof for the Blue Jays at the moment. Been there all night long. Hansen. Inside to Brands.
Taken away by Eilert.
Eilert stole it from him.
Horenik guarded by Tallheim. Burns his dribble, has to find Bates out wide. Towner now inside, hard floater for him, but when it's falling, man, and they cannot miss a shot in this one. 55-43, Blue Jays up.
Just put the gas pedal down. Drew Skipper going to try and put something on the board, and this thing feels ugly at the moment because the confidence couldn't be any higher. Might as well shoot it.
Yeah, that's a heat check.
Here's a rebound by Hansen.
A lot of still time on the clock for the Huskies to run their offense. And a block is going to be called here.
That's a terrible call, too.
Yeah, that should have been a travel. One-on-one opportunity on the way. It's going to be the 7th team foul against the Blue Jays.
Well, if it's a blocking foul, he's got to be shooting a layup. Therefore, it should be 2 shots. Looks like they are going to
It's only
give
the
it to him.
6th foul, so it was a blocking foul on the shot.
That explains a lot of what has happened for the Northern Valley boys tonight. It's just been that close and that much off. Both of them go begging. Drew Skimper goes over the top and probably should have deserved a foul of his own as Bates turns around and looks like, where is my whistle? But he scores a bucket. And now a turnover. Hansen with it. And Gates ran it down. Skimper clean it up, get it to Tallheim. Kenton had it. Pump fake. Hansen rotate around Gavin. Big three if it goes. No good. Brands will put it up on the rim. No
Not
call.
getting any call there. And they do finally get it. It's going to be an and one opportunity.
That's a horrible call.
Well, you got to call something at some point. I don't
He
know.
lowers his shoulder and goes through him. And that's what Coach Bregmeyer wants to talk about. What in the world is legal guarding position if that is not it?
Brings it back to an 8-point game for the Huskies as Brands goes to the line.
3-point play, good for Brands.
First off, and they have done just that. But you got to get a couple more easy looks inside. You know, the calls aren't coming inside, but you got to find Drew Skimper in there. You got the time that you don't need to just settle for an outside shot if it's not there.
Inside, they'll go to Winkler. His step back shot is good. The kid has only missed one shot here tonight. He's got 8.
He's been a huge contributor from the bench for the Blue Jays.
And that one's an important bucket.
Gets it back to a 9-point ball game.
Hansen with it. Back out Gavin. Got to be ready to catch and shoot. Drew will. Short, no good. The hustle for it. And Northern Valley gets it up. Tallheim hadn't had a look all night, and he finally got one there. Battle between Brands and Winkler. You got to blow your whistle, boys.
You got to call something. They're both going after the ball, dragging down on each other. So it's going to be out of bounds, they say, and gives it back to the Huskies.
You're going to need some blood tonight.
Bad pass. It's going to get tipped by Hrenik last.
3:23. Can't have an empty possession from here on out.
Nope, you need points in every trip down the floor.
9-point game. Get to the rim. I think they can get there with Jeremiah Hansen. Just clear out. Back out. Brands, big three on the way for him. Short, no good. Numbers, Winkler and Bates. Winkler up in front of everybody. Gets it back somehow to Bates. He's doubled. Now picked by Skimper.
Trying to find Hrenik on the wing, and he's going to rip the ball away from
Call
Skimper.
the foul!
You got to call something.
I mean, an offensive lineman gets called for holding on that play.
Taken away again by Hrenik.
Gavin with the basketball. Inside to Foster. Through contact again.
Kind of unbelievable at this point.
I mean, the St. John's has absolutely taken this game without a doubt. I do not want to change credit.
No, you don't want to take credit away from a team that has played their hearts out and have come out from the start of this game, have wanted it bad.
And have absolutely controlled the basketball higher. But I guarantee this, we're going to have to travel east next year. If this is the way physical games are being called this direction, we're going to have to travel east to get some.
I'm going to guess that this is not how all the games were called, but I could be wrong.
Either that or play a 50-50 Nebraska schedule.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Back to Tallheim. Finally gets one off, and that's an air ball for Kenton, forcing it up. Out in front of everybody, nobody's there.
That's a travel.
And travel will be called.
Kind of surprised they blew their whistle, though.
Yeah, they missed the last one. And a timeout by Coach Sides. 48 points is all Northern Valley's put up. We talked about the defense last night against the Logan Palco Trojans, only giving them 25. 61 points here for the Blue Jays. Skippers, 3 on the way. And he's
an offensive foul.
I thought they were going to call
the box out.
I thought they were going to call the foul going against Skimper and his legs.
Nope. They give it to Tallheim, his 4th. And that's another thing that his 3rd, excuse me. It is worth pointing out that, we could talk about what is different about this game, and there's a lot of contributing factors, but another one that's been the Huskies have not shot the ball well. Outside of Drew Skimper, inside the paint, the Huskies have not shot the ball well at all.
Flip it up to Herenick. They can just bleed out the time. Gavin will foul him. That's just the 4th foul, now 5th foul against Northern Valley.
Gavin's 2nd on the evening. Eilert left all alone on that curl, but he leaves the shot short, tips it out to Drew Skimper. Quickly gets it to Kenton Tallheim in transition. And they just throw the ball away. Huskies are doing everything they can right now to help the Blue Jays.
And they don't need any help. They have won this game. The crowd standing and applauding at the moment. Might be difficult for a camera, but there's just 1 minute to go, and this game is over anyway. Gates to dribble it in, now back out to Bates. And a foul will go against Gavin. We'll put in just the 6th foul. Not the way Northern Valley wanted to end this one.
Absolutely not.
Bates will go to the line to shoot 1-1 here.
But you gotta think that St. John's Beloit had that chip on their shoulder and remembered what happened last year. Probably felt like this was the game.
Well, they brought it from the beginning.
That this was the game that sent them packing home instead of being able to play that next one with a chance to punch their ticket to state. And they probably thought they deserved it then, and they wanted to leave no doubt here tonight.
Northern Valley placing in the state the last
at least 2 years.
2 years they placed 3rd place the last 2. Season's going to come to an end sooner than they want it. Inside they'll go to Brands. Back outside to Gavin.
You don't have time to not put shots up.
Oh.
They finally call a foul with 30 seconds left. What in the world?
The guy underneath has to call it out high. Other 2 have put a stamp on it. Gavin, the freshman, had a very good freshman year this year, Aim.
He's had a great year. He just got kind of thrown into it. A lot of freshmen, they get to kind of get slowly brought up to the high school level of basketball, but Kenton was thrown into it, and he answered the bell 9 times out of 10 on the season with that.
This will draw a career end to Mr. Foster Brands, number 32 there for Northern Valley. 3-year starter for Northern Valley. Played a lot of meaningful minutes, scored a lot of points, a lot of rebounds.
Not the way that he wanted his final year as a Husky to end, but you got to look back on the whole thing, and the Huskies played some great basketball this year. And just ran into a physical team in the Blue Jays tonight that did everything they needed to do to keep the Huskies away from the victory.
They'll give that foul to Jeremiah Hanson.
They give it to Foster. His third. The refs don't care who it goes to.
It's kind of arbitrary.
Right.
Back out to Hrenek, and that will be the end of it. It's a freshman will dribble it out. Wasn't a bigger player on the court here than him.
Is that travel?
Congratulations, St. John's Beloit Tipton, on a
wonderful year.
state ticket. They punched.